Attention passionate Seattle Seahawks fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Seattle Seahawks' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Seattle Seahawks fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Seattle Seahawks fans. Let's get to the news now. Let's get into what could be one of the most talked about moves this offseason, especially for Seahawks fans. Word is circulating that the San Francisco 49ers might be considering trading one of the league's top offensive tackles, Trent Williams, and the buzz is that the Seahawks are in the mix. Yeah, you heard that right. The Seahawks, sitting comfortably at 12-3 and leading the NFC West, are reportedly eyeing a move that could reshape their offensive line and bolster their Super Bowl chances. It's a move that could send shockwaves through the division and potentially elevate Seattle's window for competing at the highest level. Now I know what you're thinking. Trent Williams, at 37 years old, but don't let the age fool you. Williams is still playing at an elite level, and his impact on the field is undeniable. His track record speaks volumes: 11 Pro Bowls, consistently rated among the best tackles in the league, and a PFF grade that hovers around 91. 5 overall in 2025. This guy is a game changer. Historically, Williams has allowed just 4 sacks in over 200 games, and his pass-blocking numbers are among the best in the league. He's a true anchor, a rare talent who can elevate any offensive line he's part of, and for the Seahawks, that could be exactly what they need to protect Geno Smith and take their offense to another level. But why would the 49ers consider such a move? Well, the 49ers are in a bit of a tricky spot. They're 9-6, and with a cap space just around $20 million, things are tight. They've already invested heavily in quarterback Brock Purdy, with a projected hit of around $50 million in 2025, and need to manage their cap carefully. The team's offensive line, while solid, is aging, and their defense isn't quite at the same level it was earlier in the season. Reports suggest that San Francisco is eyeing this trade to help rebuild their offensive line with a younger core, especially as they look ahead to the playoffs. Moving Williams would free up a significant chunk of cap space, around $28 million, and could help them focus on extending key players like Christian McCaffrey, who is integral to their offense. They're also looking to bolster their defensive front, and acquiring draft picks in return for Williams would accelerate their rebuild, especially on the defensive line, where they're allowing too many TFLs and big plays. Now, let's talk about what this means for Seattle. The Seahawks are in a prime position right now, not just because of their record, but because of their roster flexibility and cap space, which is around $9 million. Adding a player like Williams could be a game changer. Imagine him anchoring the left side of the line, especially with Luka's out with a neck injury. Williams would instantly upgrade the Seahawks' pass protection and run blocking, making things much easier for Geno Smith and the rest of the offense. His presence could reduce sacks allowed, which currently sit at 38 per season, and push that number down significantly, maybe to around 25, which would put the Seahawks in a much better position on third downs and in the red zone. And it's not just about protecting Geno. Williams' ability to open running lanes is legendary. His run-blocking stats are off the charts, a 92. 8 grade in that department, and he can boost the team's overall rushing attack from 4.3 yards per carry to closer to 4.8 or even 5 if everything clicks. That can be the difference in close games, where every yard and every possession counts. Plus, with Williams in the fold, the Seahawks could develop a more dominant front, creating mismatches against defenses like the Rams, who are still fighting for playoff positioning at 11-4. The secondary has been strong, but with added pressure from dominant tackles, the pass rush could generate more turnovers, and the defense would get more time on the field, helping to keep opponents scoring down. Now, let's not forget the impact on the Seahawks' chances to contend for the Super Bowl. A move like this would boost their odds significantly, perhaps from plus 1,500 to plus 800 to win SBLXI, according to some betting sites. Williams could be the X factor in the playoffs, especially in high-stakes battles against top-tier rushers like Micah Parsons, where his experience and skill would be invaluable. The Seahawks' defense and offense would become more balanced, with a stronger line anchoring both sides of the ball. It's the kind of move that pushes Seattle from just being contenders to genuine Super Bowl favorites, especially if they can keep their roster healthy and continue to develop their young talent. From a strategic standpoint, this trade would echo some of the most successful moves in Seahawks history, like acquiring players that become franchise icons. Think of how trades in the past have shaped the team's identity, and bringing Trent Williams into this mix could do just that. His leadership, experience, and elite play could serve as a blueprint for building a dominant line for years to come, especially under the Mike Macdonald era, which is all about maximizing talent and pushing for consistent excellence. Now, let's look at the downside. The 49ers are skeptical about their playoff chances with an aging roster and some injury concerns, like Nick Bosa and Fred Warner. Moving Williams might signal a shift in their strategy, focusing more on youth and draft capital rather than immediate success. Critics worry that losing an anchor like Williams could weaken their line, especially as their PFF grade has already dipped from 88 to 78, and sacks allowed are creeping up. Still, that's a calculated risk for San Francisco, aiming to rebuild quickly and stay competitive in a tough NFC playoff picture. For the Seahawks, this is a golden opportunity. They're sitting pretty at the top of the NFC West, but adding Trent Williams could elevate their offensive line from good to elite. He would be the cornerstone of their front five, enabling their offense to be more explosive and consistent. With Geno Smith playing at a career-high level, and Walker and the running game thriving, protecting the quarterback and opening running lanes is the key. Williams' presence would also help develop the chemistry along the line, creating continuity for years to come. Now, what about the long term? If this trade goes through, it signals a shift toward building a sustained contender, not just a flash-in-the-pan team. Williams' leadership and experience are invaluable, especially for a team like Seattle that's still trying to find its footing after a few transitional seasons. This move could be seen as a statement that the Seahawks are all in on winning now, but also thinking about the future. With a solid line, Geno Smith can operate more comfortably, and the team's playmakers like DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett can work in more favorable conditions, creating mismatches and big plays. Speaking of playoffs, imagine the impact in the postseason. With Trent Williams protecting Geno, the Seahawks would have one of the most formidable offensive lines in the league. That means more sustained drives, fewer turnovers, and a better chance to outlast tough opponents. His presence could also help Seattle win more crucial third-down conversions, which has been a bit of a struggle at times this season. And in the red zone, where every point counts, that extra protection and blocking power could be the difference between a field goal and a touchdown. Now, considering the Seahawks' current roster and cap situation, executing such a trade would require some creative maneuvering, but it's not out of the realm of possibility. Seattle has shown that they're willing to make bold moves when the opportunity arises, and trading for a player like Williams would fit their mold perfectly: aggressive, strategic, and focused on winning championships. Plus, with their recent draft success and the development of young players like Walker, adding a veteran like Williams would accelerate their championship window, creating a mix of youth and experience that's hard to beat. So, in conclusion, this potential trade is more than just a rumor. It's a statement of intent. The Seahawks are positioning themselves as serious contenders, and acquiring Trent Williams could be the final piece to their puzzle. It's a move that would energize the fan base, excite the locker room, and send a message to the rest of the league that Seattle is back in the hunt for Super Bowl glory. The next few weeks will be crucial, and fans should keep their eyes peeled because this could be the start of a new chapter, one where the Seahawks aim to dominate the NFC West and make a deep playoff run, all thanks to a legendary tackle who could redefine their offensive line for years to come. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Seattle Seahawks news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Seattle Seahawks fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you think trading for Trent Williams is the right call? Would he be the missing piece that pushes Seattle over the top? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Seahawks. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Seattle Seahawks news. This is a time of excitement, and the future of your Seahawks is looking brighter than ever. Let's keep the faith and keep rooting for that star on the helmet. Go Hawks!